Hello, everyone. Hello. Oh god, I have the gain turned up really high for some reason. Good god. Anywho, welcome everyone to another installment of Cove Club, the commentary interview sandwich of all of our original programming, where today we are doing a surprise addition to Cove Club, talking about, of course, Veiled Garden, but talking to the actress playing the youngest daughter in the family, and youngest member of the family for now, which is, KCKelsey!
Hello.
Now, we're obviously going to do the whole thing that we've done before. I'm going to have one of the episodes queued up right into the corner over yonder, and to kick off stuff first, Kelsey's going to ask me stuff as like your audience insert to make sure you guys are prepared for season 1 when it drops. And from there, we're going to switch it up to do the in-house interview. So, Kelsey, are you ready?
I guess. I'm going to be really bad at this. Just, like, fair warning. I've never been good at off-the-cuff stuff.
Oh, it's fine. No one ever is at first, because I'm just like, okay, guys, here's a life vest. Now start swimming.
Well, no, see, I used to be a lifeguard. That would at least be okay. This is more of just throwing me in the water with no life vest, and I just get to go.
But, jokes aside, you can ask me whatever you want for Veiled Garden at the ready. I am ready.
Well, this is going to be a really dumb question. How did you think that season 0 or whatever that was called went?
Honestly, I am just surprised that I was able to get everything out on time.
I understand that feeling.
Because I'm just like, okay, so I need to gear up for the summer releases, but at the same time, we've got all this stuff that needs to be released, like, right the frick now. Holy schnizzle dizzle. I need to start getting the moves on, because bruh, this has to be released, like, right meow. And then afterwards, when I had like a metaphorical aneurysm to then lead to a real-life aneurysm, I was just like, oh god, why is the room spinning? And finally it was all done, everyone was like, yay, we did great. I'm like, yay, I can sleep now. Although I will say that you really did blow my expectations as being Robin, because I'm just like, I have no idea if Kelsey's gonna, like, enjoy being this young 21-year-old. Like, that's in, like, the weirdest family I could have ever put a character in, but you just slipped in it like it was a firmly tailored glove for your hand.
I mean, if nothing else, I was 21 at the time that this started releasing, wasn't I?
Yeah, because I remember you were recording the lines just like, oh, this is funny, because I'm 21 at this time until my birthday coming up.
Yeah, I have the YouTube page pulled up. It just says 8 months ago, and yeah, my birthday's in, yeah. So it would have released around my birthday, so definitely recorded before.
Yeah. Yeah. So many voices that had to be synced up in all of them. The finale especially. Anywho, any question that's next on the plate?
I'm gonna be honest, I'm really bad at questions, so this is not going well for me, but it's fine.
Oh, you're doing fine. You're doing fine in my book.
Well, because I really don't have any other questions, but...
That's okay. That's okay. I just gotta flip the tables on you just real quick, so we can just get to the in-house interviews, because if y'all don't know, your girl Kelsey over here is in more than just Veiled Garden. She's in some other stuff coming up soon. Like at the time of this recording, we're gearing up for her July premiere as one of the very important veteran type characters. like she's kind of like in the midst of love positive and sex positive, but also in that whole middle area of like, it's not for me, I just approve. Like, if it's your thing, I don't judge, but I just don't do.
I was sincerely having a
and
conversation
a few other
with
characters
a
I
voice
would
actor who...
love to talk.
Go ahead, sorry.
Oh no, you go ahead first.
Oh no, I was just saying I was sincerely having a conversation with a voice actor who used to play my father in a project. I hadn't talked to him in a few years, and we were just catching up. And it was very funny because we were talking about just like, because he's known me since before I was 18, and it's very interesting how much my typecast has changed, because I used to be like very much, I always played like the Valley Girl, or in like Japanese inspired stuff, the tsundere. And now I've somehow just morphed into playing the very sex positive characters now. It was kind of funny, and also one of those things that's very weird to talk about with someone who at least played a father figure to you.
I suppose, because for me, it's like, a lot of people have known me as like that one kid who made a one-man show in his apartment for his girlfriend, and then everyone was just like, oh my lord, this is terrible. To where now it's like, how did you make these things? We knew you when you were 13. Now look at you, just making all these things that are very interesting and unlike anything that's on TV.
Oh yeah, I can't read things that I wrote all of 3 years ago, let alone, middle school.
Yeah. But, so, you want to, like, give a little nibble, like a little nibbity nib to the people at home about what's coming up in July for, like, your role in particular?
A lot of things. I'm, again, very bad at this.
You're doing fine, Kelsey. You're doing fine.
Sure, it was a lot of, stuff that was relatively fun to record, given recording circumstances. That's the show where at one point in one of my audio files I yell at someone named Greg in the background, don't I?
Yeah, I remember I was like, I have no idea who this Greg is. But dang, sir, need to get your stuff together.
Need to stop mowing the back lawn.
I mean, yeah, you did a great job. I want you to undersell yourself. You did great. You did wonderful. And I don't know why I'm hitting my chair like this.
That's fine. I keep worrying that we're in the middle of repainting my bedroom, so I'm, like, at a makeshift desk right now, and I keep being very afraid that I'm going to bump the desk and not notice, because this is a very wobbly desk.
Loaded. I guess aside from the July thing, I usually ask this to, like, all the people that have been, like, the stars of Veiled Garden, because it's a lot to like take in, but I wanted you to share like your own personal thing of what's it like to be a part of Writers Cove, like throughout the whole machination of this whole team, from like the ground up to build up to like the higher ranks in the entertainment industry. Like, walk us through like your mindset about the team.
I think the team is very good. I've been here, almost 2 years? If not, yeah, it would be almost 2 years, because it was shortly after I was robbed. So yeah, it's been great to see the team grow and improve along the way.
Yeah, that's fair. That is more than fair, because ooh, Lord, from all the early work y'all gonna be here in 2021 for our big show. like our super huge show. God, I keep mentioning this in all the Cove Clubs, and no one knows what I'm talking about unless they're in the studio. But we literally have a show that's too huge for me to release this year. Like, oh my god. Like, the 16th episode isn't even given to the team yet, and I'm just like, it's so huge. Like, there's too many things that have been done in that thing. No, wait, Kelsey, are you in that show? Like, I'm not saying the name of the show, obviously, but okay. Because I'm like, please remind me, because there are so many characters in that show.
Yeah, there are.
Like, oh my, like, the last time I counted, it was like, what, 40 people? 50?
Probably.
Oh, when do I sleep?
Never.
So, aside from all of that whole thing, like, you've been a part of course, the Myth Abridged stuff, so I gotta ask, which entry was, like, your favorite to do? Because all the scripts for, like, the Myth Abridged are weird. Just trying to take mythology stuff and then turn it into a comedy. Like, it's all weird. But, like, which one do you...
I can't tell you which one was my favorite. I remember which one was my least favorite to record, and it was the one that I had to pick up while I was at school. For the most part, I've been recording these things while I was at home, but that one I had to pick up while I was at school. And when I was in college, I had to record in the basement of the Conservatory of Music, and the walls weren't exactly soundproof, and it was fine when I was, like, singing, because at least then I kind of blended in with all of the other music students, but whenever I had to do voice acting stuff down there, it was just very weird for me. I'm trying to remember which number that is. Or which episode that was.
Was it about Hercules becoming a god, or was it about, the Judgment of Paris?
I think it was the Judgment of Paris.
I don't remember you saying, like, you were at school recording for that. Or maybe you just didn't say it in the recording.
I might not have said, but...
So I don't know. I'm just innocent in all this right now.
Ow.
Yeah.
But that's your least favorite to record? Like, you didn't have a favorite that you enjoyed? Because that's kind of shocking a little bit.
This is absolutely not a slight against you or your writing. I am very bad about publicly having an opinion of, like, my favorite song or my favorite movie or my favorite thing to do X for, so...
That is entirely valid, and I can't argue with that logic. I cannot argue. Well, aside from all of that, I wanted to ask this for, like, the 5th edition for this, but for all that you know that's coming out for this year, for, like, not for, like, the rest of the decade, because there's a lot of stuff that you're in for the decade, like, so much. I feel like I'm probably gonna have you with a resume full of just random parts for just the studio alone. But what role do you think would you say you're most proud of for doing this year from Writers Cove?
Probably Robin. Probably more so than the others, yeah.
It's because Robin's adorable, isn't she?
I mean, maybe. I did a hand motion and then realized that this is definitely audio only, and it didn't really matter.
We will do the video part of this when more of your roles come out. Like when we're done with the summer block, we'll bring you back in for that show in July.
And then I can just talk with my hands the whole time, because that is absolutely a thing that I do.
Just talk with your hands. So I'm just like very energetic right now because it's like this is fun for me. This is why a lot of the founders are just like, Lion, you just need to calm down, man. You're just like too excited when you do these commentaries. It's like, I know, but I just can't stop. Because I get to hang out with our cool cast and crew. And then everyone's just like, our boss is so strange and so weird. And then I'm just like, am I weirder than if people were to work for Tim Burton or Guillermo del Toro? Or am I more sane?
50-50.
I mean, at least I'm not Quentin Tarantino, just like, I'm gonna need to choke you or put you in a car accident. Or I'm gonna need to, like, zoom in on your feet. I'm not that amount of crazy. I love Quentin Tarantino, but that man is a madman.
Slightly before everyone went into lockdown because of the pandemic, I was in Florida with to visit my grandparents, and my grandmother wanted to watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with me, and I'm just like, no, we're not doing that. No.
No. We good. We good, Nan. We good. But, at this point, I'm gonna stop the whole thing, because I feel like Kelsey is still overwhelmed, like, I don't know what I'm doing, boss. Why you got me on the spotlight like this?
Yeah, a little bit, but
it's not coming from a bad place is the whole thing. It's,
oh, no.
It's the whole thing of I'm trying to sell you to the public more as the star that you are. And then everyone else is probably just like, you poor lady, you're being tortured by this evil man. I'm having way too much fun just doing Cove Clubs. And then everyone else is just gonna have a ball when the drama branch drops their show probably next year. But aside from all that, though, guys, we're going to call it here for this edition of Cove Club, where the next edition we're going to probably be doing is focusing on Hollow Sands with the two lead actors of Smitty Smash and Diz Voices. That way you guys get a whole rundown of the first big mini-series leading into one of our bigger shows coming out in 2023. Which I'm still just like, I can't believe I'm this of a mad lad where I'm going to be working for the next 10 years on at least the first half of phase 1 of all my shows. But if you guys want to keep up with all this stuff, you make sure that you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification. That way you guys know when our new uploads are there. If you want to make sure that you contribute to make sure that we release stuff on a much more faster pace, make sure we have a bigger roster. If you also want to be part of that roster, make sure you go to our Patreon, which is in the description below. That way it goes towards new equipment, fat paychecks for all the voice actors, hiring artists and animators. That way these animated things go into being just more professionally done, being on par with like Netflix shows or Funimation or Cartoon Network, you know, stuff like that. And make sure you guys keep up to date with all of our stuff on Twitter and on Instagram. Now that I've gotten that shell point out, I am the Lion founder, and joining me today for this edition of Cove Club has been...
Kelsey? Hi.
And we will see you guys for all of our next upcoming releases here for Rhyscope Studios, a brand new wave of entertainment. And we will see you guys in the next installment. Have a good one.